Hi there, I'm Robin Scott, and I thought I'd make a quick video just to introduce you to myself and my areas of interest in professional practice. I was born and bred in the Eastern Cape in South Africa, and after receiving my professional training and launching my career in the Western Cape for 14 years, I've been fortunate enough to be able to return back to my homeland, back to the Eastern Cape, where I'm now based in the city of East London. I have a passion for mental health and healthy relationships, and I'm really hoping I can bring something of that back to my beautiful home. I'm a clinical psychologist, and this refers to the fact that I've been trained in dealing with people who have serious diagnosable mental health problems. These would include things like depression, including postnatal depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress, OCD, eating disorders, bipolar and schizophrenia, ADHD, substance abuse, amongst a whole spectrum of other problems. Ever since I did my master's level clinical training in Stellenbosch University in 2006, I've been fascinated by marital and couples therapy. I find it extremely rewarding and meaningful to help people engage with the most meaningful part of their life, which is usually their close relationships. Research would tell us that our levels of satisfaction in these kind of relationships is one of the best predictors of mental health. I find emotionally focused couples therapy to be my intervention of choice. It's one that resonates with me personally, as well as being something that has a rigorous scientific backing, which I believe is important for professional psychologists. It's also highly relatable for the couples as they're going through the process of therapy. I've been fortunate enough to be certified with the international body that oversees emotionally focused couples therapy. I'm also supervising other psychologists and other therapists who use this modality. When I was completing the research component of my clinical masters, I chose to focus on the experience of men in intimate relationships. This combined my interest in relationships with an interest in men and their experience more generally. Men have been really neglected in terms of psychological research, which is often highly feminized in the way it understands people and the way they need to engage in the world. This has started a career-long interest in men and their experience of their relationships. One of the areas of special interest which has seemed to find me over time is the area of sex and pornography addiction. It's such a complex issue that affects so many parts of a man's psychological functioning. It's really been a privilege to help other men and brothers overcome the snares that seem to trap them all the time, and to deepen their engagement with life and relationships more broadly. Spirituality and understanding my relationship with God has always been a really important part of my own life. As a result of that journey, I joined a pastoral team in a local church at some point in my career. And consequently, many of the local churches and individual Christians started coming to me to process their mental health problems in a place where they felt safe to also share about their spirituality. I felt the need to bring some integrity to that process, and so undertook a master's in theology through the South African Theological Seminary. And this master's degree looked at the integration of your faith and other applied areas in your life. And for me, that was my work. It was really valuable in learning how to develop a solid evangelical systematic theology when asking personal and professional questions. And it's helped me to find a way of doing that with clients as well, in taking their own spiritual journeys while at the same time trying to figure out their relationships and their mental health. I feel really privileged to work in a profession which allows me to merge so many of the personally meaningful parts of my life, such as relationships and spirituality, and in a way that can be really helpful and meaningful for other people as well.